represent, that's just it. Yeah. I've been by the day since I was legit. Represent, that's legit. Ask your mama about it. Coldest story ever told. When the storm had hit my home, I was out there on the road. I ain't had nowhere to go. They used to turn their nose at me later. I suppose this the life I chose. Every day, man, it's a show.
Hey, you guys, what is up? What is up? It's your girl here, Can You Be? We are back once again on this Thursday. I think I missed y'all, but I just seen y'all last Thursday. Let's get right on to it. We got I guess I could call him a co-host because he had been talking smart because Miss Tracy was on here taking up all his time. He had got a little jealous, but y'all, if y'all missed any of the episodes with Tracy, hey, you got to go over there and follow her. Go back and look at all our old stuff. Go back and look at everything that was said and did. It ain't over. We coming with some hot new stuff. Something big is going to happen. I cannot wait till we actually are able to announce the big things that's happening over here at Bold and Driven. Hey, if you want to continue to listen to us, like, subscribe, and share Bold and Driven. Follow us on YouTube. Follow me on Authentic Ears. Follow me on Miss New Fit. You could just follow me everywhere. But let me bring Mr. Spoon, because this is Authentic Ears, hosted by King B and D Spoon. What's up?
Hey, listen. I'm back. It took an act of Congress to get back, but listen here, people. I'm back. And if I have to ever be off this long again, I'm gonna call the workforce.
Well, you never know. If we come with a whole bunch of hot stuff, then you may be you may be on the reserve list. You may have to go to the bench.
I had to file for unemployment the last few weeks, and they still ain't sent them funds yet. So I'm just glad to be back today. Maybe I'll make a couple pennies tonight. I don't know.
Look, don't we all want to make the penny? For some odd reason, it done got hot as hell in here.
It did.
Look, this weather is crazy.
Oh, it's been up and down here lately.
Like crazy. Hey. Now, y'all, this is Miss Tracy. So y'all have to go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. When you was on the show them 3-4 weeks, I didn't have no job, Miss Tracy. I'm just now getting back to the. I'm hoping I can be able to stay woke long enough to even get the job done.
Hey, look, don't be going to sleep. We had brought a whole bunch of fire stuff, but y'all follow at Motherless Child on
Absolutely.
We spoke for 4 weeks straight about, challenges, things people don't want to talk about. We are going to be doing a recap on that, narcissistic behavior, healing, your journey to get to the end. Tracy is offering one-on-one, so you have to follow her, and you have to like, and you have to subscribe and share her page, her Instagram. If you missed anything, gone over to Bold and Driven, so you got to subscribe to Bold and Driven, so you could go and look at the past 4 weeks of everything that we was bringing. It was a challenge for me, to really even just really talk about a lot of that stuff. And sometimes people come into your life to give you that extra voice to do a little something. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be like, I don't want to talk about it, but you have people that just come into your life and give you that extra little voice, that extra boost to really get some things off your chest. This is not the end. That was part of our series. I'm hoping to have her back real soon. sooner rather than later. Or maybe I need to go over there and jump on one of her lives because she does live on
Yeah.
Facebook. But yeah, I know you so food.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I like collard greens. I like smothered everything. Pork chops, smothered chicken, mashed potatoes with the brown gravy.
You just gonna put Miss Tracy to work.
Yeah, I need the mashed potato with the brown gravy. I don't want it with the white
She
gravy.
could have been saying that she was gonna go to the McDonald's for you.
Nuh-uh.
Tell them folk for fold that.
I don't think she do McDonald's and stuff like that. She gonna be cooking that real food.
She gonna be cooking the real food.
Yeah, she gonna be cooking that real food. She ain't gonna give me no McDonald's or no Taco Bell. I got faith in her. I trust her.
Look, you are so welcome. Hey, Tracy, you bought a lot out. You know, it was we rode and we really could have kept going. I just need to switch it up a little bit. And she's working on some magnificent stuff. I cannot wait till we're able to talk about it. Follow her Motherless Child. That's where you're gonna get a lot of your information.
Yeah.
Her Facebook, follow, like, subscribe, share. You got some issues, you just drop it in the comments so we'll know what you're talking about, when you're talking about it, and how you're talking about it. Ain't no hurt feelings here because authentic ears, we always bring the real, the raw, and the relevant at all times.
All time, yeah.
At all times. So while you was on unemployment, because you had put in FMLA.
I put in for FMLA, unemployment, went down to the food stamp place, but they say that I ain't qualified, so I couldn't get the food stamps. I had to put in. I tried to get Medicaid now. They ain't got back with me. I done left them like 3 voicemails, so it's just been a struggle. It's been a struggle the last 3-4 weeks, but I'm yet holding on, as the old folks you say. I'm yet holding on. But you is
something else because you know good and well you did not go to all them places.
I don't even know where they at.
You know you did not go to all them places.
I don't know where they at.
But on this break, what have you been doing? What you been up to?
Oh, just grinding, trying to get a business off the ground, up and running. It's a struggle. It's challenging, but it's working out. I got faith. I'm going to have perseverance and persistence, and I'm going to see this thing through. You know.
But why people always say getting something off the ground is a struggle?
Well, it's challenging. You're right. I'm not gonna say a struggle. It's challenging in the beginning. It's always gonna be things that come in your path that try to deter you from reaching your goals. You know, and so you just have to learn how to deal with them, process it, deal with it, get it on out the way, and shoot. So, but it's been a challenge, but. Yeah. For the most part, it's going pretty good. Honestly, it's going pretty good.
Cool beans. Hey, I ain't been doing nothing. Y'all seen me. I've been on here talking some good stuff with Tracy. So I ain't been doing too much. And then my head hurt today. That's why I don't know why I got this wine right here. But they said red wine help you a little bit.
Look. Red wine gonna help you in my Kool-Aid. I got Kool-Aid tonight, y'all. Everybody, just a little Kool-Aid.
And so we gonna sip and talk.
We can do that.
We can sip and talk.
We can, like sip and pay.
I feel, and you can do some talking. So hey, tonight's show, Selective Outrage, loud for the crowd. And silent for the truth. Boy, we can touch some people with this, but I'm gonna let you pop it off on this one. What you think? What you think that means? What that means to you?
About selective outrage?
Yeah.
People have their picks and chooses on what they want to speak out about. Or what they want to lash out about, as far as what they don't agree with, this, that, and the other. And the question is it wrong for people to be selective about what they choose to have selective outrage about? Is that right or wrong? I'm just thinking because
I'm trying to be selective when I choose my words.
okay,
No, I don't think it's nothing wrong with people having what they want to be selective about, what they want to speak out about. However, I think right is right, wrong is wrong.
correct.
So I feel like if it's my people, then I don't have a problem with them doing it. And when
Right.
when I say that, I'm talking about sisters, brothers, they can go out and do whatever they want to do. So I
Right.
don't have a problem with it. But then when it's somebody else, then it's a problem. So to me, you got to pick a side and stay on it. You know, whatever side that you choose to ride with at that time. You know what I'm saying? Pick a side and stay on it. So no, is it wrong to have selective outrage? No, it's not. But it can't be just beneficial to you at that time. So if it don't involve me, then maybe I'm not gonna be outraged about it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's wrong, what does it say about me to not have that outrage that I guess normal people say that you should have?
Yeah. Well, if you have any integrity about yourself, then you would treat every situation the same, regardless if it's family members or not. You know, and most people, I think a lot of people do just that because it's family, because it's my sister or my brother. I ain't gonna speak on it. I ain't gonna say that, hey, you wrong. That was some bullshit. But then the next person do it. Now I want to speak out on it. And I want to put them on blast about their BS. Now, in that aspect, absolutely, that is entirely wrong. If you got any type of integrity about yourself, I'm gonna tell my brother or my sister, hey, you were dead wrong.
Yeah.
Just like I would tell the next person. Yeah, just like I would tell the next person. So and that's just me. That's just how I was raised. That's just how I was brought up. You know, I'm gonna speak the truth. I'm gonna, put it out there the way it's supposed to be, regardless. So
I look at it like this: part-time freaking participation.
Yeah.
You want to participate when it's convenient for you.
Correct.
And really, I guess we really got to touch on it. Is a lot of stuff go on in today's society.
Let me say this before you get going. And this is a statement I've heard you make time and time again. And I want to say it before I forget it. Most people do just that in order to save face, as you say. When you first said it, I didn't get the full concept and the full meaning of it. People want to save face. You know what I mean? I don't want to offend this person because, like you say, this person is beneficial to me. So I don't want to call them out on their bullshit.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going to lose the benefits of what I have with this individual because I called them on their bullshit. But when Lil Timmy do it, I'm going to get on Lil Timmy Joe ass and I'm going to let him know that he was on some bullshit because Timmy Joe ain't got nothing to offer me. You feel what I'm saying?
Who is Timmy Joe, though?
You know Lil Timmy Joe from over there on the East West Side.
I had to mute my phone and you done made me talk.
Little Timmy Joe, little badass. Look, I always come around pants sagging. Look, he always on some bullshit. Every time he come around,
his feet like this.
His feet like this. He always skimming and scamming. He always look at. Look, I got a deal for you. Nah, little Timmy Joe, I don't know parts of this shit today.
and that really goes back to I need to jump into one of the topics that one of the statements that was made throughout the series that we that I did with Tracy about narcissistic mothers.
Right.
Flying monkeys. It goes back to that. You just supporting whatever is flying at the damn time.
Exactly.
Exactly. So when I think about part-time participation, you either gonna participate in what's right and or you're not. And at the race aspect of it. So I'm gonna touch on that first. I don't wear pajamas outside. I don't wear house shoes outside.
You'll be wearing your bonnet to the store when you go to the 7-Eleven?
No. If my hair nappy, I'm just gonna put on a hat. I have a few hats. I always kind of wore hats and stuff. I guess people said I was tomboy, so I'm gonna throw on a hat. I'm not gonna wear my bonnet over there, because you never know who you're gonna meet.
Right.
You
Correct.
never know what opportunities are gonna come to you, and you sitting up there looking like you just rolled out the bed.
Exactly.
So now you done missed out on an opportunity that you could have had, but because you're not dressed accordingly, then you may be the best person for that position, or
Correct.
you may have been the best person, but people judge. People judge you based off of what they see in front of them at that time.
Correct. And I agree with that, because I had an aunt, and I'm gonna give you a second to get your throat together. I had an aunt, and she stayed. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a second to get your throat together. She stayed down the street from her. Rest in peace, Aunt Alice Dunstan, called her auntie. She would come down to our house every Saturday morning. She would walk her butt down there, and she would make all of us get up. It was mama and 4 boys in the household. She would make us get up, get dressed, clean up the house, and straighten up as if we had guests coming over. Mind you, it's Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody coming over here. It didn't register to me then, as a young child, what she was trying to pour into us and get us to understand.
Yeah.
But like you say, now as an adult, you have to present yourself accordingly.
Yeah.
Because you say you never know who you're going to run into. Me as a businessman trying to get a business running, and for it to be productive and prosperous, you have to be professional at all times. You have to present yourself as a professional at all times, or you could lose business.
You can
easily.
But I guess today society, once again, social media has let people believe that they can do what other people are doing, and it's not always, it's not always productive to you.
Yeah.
And with the bonding situation, since my throat is okay now, with the bonding situation, Black women are called ghetto. They're called trashy for wearing it, and just all kinds of things. However, selective outrage.
Yeah.
These white girls and stuff is doing it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't pick and choose. If we're saying that bedclothes and pajamas and all that is for the house, it should go across the board for everybody, not just for a selected group of people, Black and brown people, not for a selected group. I think anybody that wear is trashy. I do not care who you are or what your race is. Like, so in my brain, I just think that you just got up and said, I need to go get me a pack of Newport shorts. And you just walked out the house and went to stuff. And then you outside with your outdoors, with your bed clothes on. And then in my brain, you're coming back and you get up under the cover and you done been all outside. The
same clothes you was outside in. The outside clothes in the bed.
Your indoor outside clothes. Like the indoor rugs. Yeah. So honestly, I just kind of feel like, we can't have selective outrage. We can't have part-time participation when it comes to right and wrong.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we ignore, we'll talk bad about a stranger, but why we gonna get on to our friend?
Right. Don't even know that person.
Don't know him from a can of paint.
But this somebody you say is your road dog, your homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your day one, but you won't call. Like, can we get back to calling people out on their bullshit without people getting offended? Because I think that's the number one problem. People are easily offended when somebody tells you, hey, you're wrong. And at one point in time, that wasn't too big of a deal. It was called constructive criticism then. Now it's called you hating, bro.
You know what? It's so many. Everybody got to get an award. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about back in our days. I don't know how old you are, Mr. Spoon, but I'm not seasoned yet. I'm still trying to get there.
I'm like 20, 30, something. I'm in one of them numerical categories. I'm gonna figure it out in a minute.
But you know, back in my days, you didn't get no ribbon for participation.
Yeah, correct.
It was the first, second, and third.
That's it.
You had to rank yourself in.
That's it. That's all.
It wasn't no just because you was out there that you couldn't get this. It wasn't none of that. But now I think, look, I'm what you say, a soft generation has been groomed.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Go ahead.
Everybody's soft. Let me just say it. SOFT. Softer than a motherfucker. Excuse my language, but we the real, the raw, and the relevant. But just too soft. You like even men and I would say men and women. You can agree or disagree, but people are just too soft. People are easily hurt. People are easily offended. And 90% of the time, it's the truth that's being told to them, and they're not wanting to accept it.
Yeah.
But especially your own family won't accept the truths you're telling them, but a complete stranger that they just met last week in the club taking shots with, that they felt like they vibe with, can tell them the same bullshit, and they be like, "Hey, bro, hey, sis, you sure right."
Yeah.
Where that come from?
Yeah, because we only outrage when I can't even say that's a benefit because that's somebody, a stranger that you don't know, but it may be a benefit because a lot of people, I don't know how men operate, but there's a lot of pick me women out here.
Mm-hmm.
Pick me. Oh, look at me over here. So now it's a benefit for them because now they got some followers on social media. Or they got a couple of friends. Like, I'm just sick and tired of everybody get friends.
Yeah. Everybody
get friends. And your friends, you are loud for the crowd, but you silent for the truth. These friends of yours are doing all type of BS, and you're not even calling them on it, but you call them your friends.
Correct.
See, me and my friends, your feelings will get hurt if you was in our friend group.
Real fast.
Because we don't call each other out when you are wrong. And if you don't like it, you could just go on and get because I'm not a friend of yours if I let you do whatever you want to do and co-sign your bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not a friend of yours. Am I really your friend if I co-sign your bullshit? And we don't even talk about with family members. Family members will co-sign somebody BS if you could call that person that you co-signed for $50, $60 here and there. You can ask them for this, you can ask them for that, but the person that ain't willing to give up their hard-earned money or they not feeding into your mess, then you're not gonna tell them if they're right or they're wrong. We just gonna go along to get along, and I think that's really hurting a lot of friendships. That's why it's a genuine friendship somewhere, and it's also hurting a lot of family dynamic relationships as well.
Yeah, I think if we were to put a lot of people on here right now today that can say that they've been in true friendships with somebody 10, 15, 20 years, I believe that each one of them will have a story to tell that, he or she called me on my bullshit many times.
But
many times.
Friends with somebody and they don't call you on your stuff, but I guess if everybody in that group is full of BS, I guess it really don't matter.
Friendships, it's some new shit going on with what people consider as friendships, nowadays. Like I feel like it has a different meaning than what it meant to call somebody a true friend back in the day. And I'm not talking about the 60s and the 70s. I'm just talking about just back in the day. For some people, it could be 5 years ago. For some people, 20 years ago.
Nah, it wasn't
What
no
does
5 years ago because it was a whole bunch of selective outrage and fake participation 5 years ago.
Because what does friendship like truly mean? Like, I don't have, as an adult, I don't have a lot of friends. And that's because I choose not to have a lot of friends. I have people that I talk to. I have people that I associate with. But to say true friends, they're far few and in between nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own motives nowadays. You know, out in the trucking world, you know, when I was on the road, I had a bunch of cats that I chopped it up with, cool cats, whatever. I can't really just call them all true friends. You know, it's something that we do to pass time. We talk, shoot the shit, you know, and stuff like that. But just a true friend that I can just call up, hey, bro, I need to talk. I need to get some shit off my chest, and not worried about being judged or anything like that. Like, does that even exist anymore? For men and women, does that even exist anymore?
Well, I think it exists to a certain extent. And I think when you let so many people inside your circle that you don't, it's not seen as much as it should be. And it could be loyalty based, fear of confrontation. You know, some people are not confrontational, so then they don't want to speak on something, or if somebody speak on something to them, regardless if they agree or they don't agree with it, they don't say anything about it. And then a lot of people do a lot of stuff for social media performance. You know, they performing for the gram. They get in there, they internet thugs for the gram. But when you meet them face to face, it's kind of like they're not who they say they are. So for me, I'm very selective. I have never hung with a whole bunch of girls, period. So the people that say that they know me, from where? From where? Because I never rocked with a whole bunch of people. I probably hung around more guys than I did girls because girls they can be catty, and I don't know. I wouldn't be able to control myself if you come out wrong to me. So it's best for me to just leave you alone. But nowadays, I notice that a lot of men are catty too. They do more gossiping than women. So now you got to really shrink your circle down. But to answer your question, I don't think it's any genuine friends no more because I don't think people really communicate with each other face to face. We got these social media friends. And the first thing they say, they support you on social media. Oh, I'm gonna buy your stuff. I'm gonna do this. But you can have a homegirl or a homeboy over here that's doing the exact same thing, and you don't support them at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't support them at all. I say this all the time. I've been a trainer forever. I don't think none of my friends or associates have trained with me. You know what I'm saying? But they'll go somewhere else and pay to train, and they still be. They still be. They still complaining about this or that, and then they'll complain about the person that they training with. And what you telling me for? Because I don't care. So then when you block them out your circle, then they feel like you did them wrong. But if we are talking about being loud for the crowd, be loud for the people that you cheering on, that you really down with, and that you actually support. You looking for some fake love and some fake relationships for people that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know. Like social media. Why do y'all, this is a question for the people. Like, subscribe, and share. Bold and Driven EP. Comment below. Send the DM. You can DM soon. Why the hell do y'all be on social media arguing about these athletes and these stars and these singles and stuff? So y'all don't even know them damn people. Y'all don't even know them folks. So why are you on there arguing about, nah, that's her baby, that they wrong, they did. You don't even know them people. See, I don't follow stars on social media, and everybody know that I am a diehard Mary fan. I'm not gonna follow every walk of that damn lady. Like that lady don't even know me.
Don't know you from a can of paint.
Don't know me from a can of paint. She probably, if I seen Mary, I say, hey Mary, can I take a picture with you? That's why I ain't going outside with my bonnet on, because I might see Mary one day. You just never know.
You might get to post down with Mary one time.
I might have to get a picture. Then I'm looking a mess. I can't even show it to nobody.
Mary, if you're listening, come to a stage near Kenya B. If you're listening, Mary.
Look, hold on. The stage is coming. Because she's gonna be in Vegas this year. So
really?
I'm gonna be going up there to see Mary.
Is she doing like one of those what they call resident things or whatever, like Usher and all that was doing? She gonna be doing that?
All I know is that she's gonna be performing at the stage near
and that's all you need to know.
I need to know, and I just need to know when she's performing, what the ticket prices is. Because Mary, if your ticket is too much, I'm gonna put you on the big screen, and I'm gonna put on my long Mary boots, and I'm gonna do Mary dance.
We're gonna take up an offering on the show one day. If her price is just outrageous, we're gonna take up an offering on the show one day.
Please support me in my Mary.
The doors, we're gonna say it just like they say it in the house of the Lord. The doors of the church is open. And we're gonna take up an offering. We're gonna get you to see Mary. Mary. We're gonna get you down there with Mary.
So so what do you think about male friendships now? Do you think they still exist? Or do you think it's all about status quo? What you doing for me? How many likes I can get? Because these men is on social media just as much as women.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's some solid friendships still out there for a lot of people. Unfortunately, it's going to be mostly the older, mature crowds. Younger crowds, not all of them, but most of the younger crowds, like, do they really even understand what a true friendship is or what a true friendship means? Everybody wants to be the man. Everybody wants to be the woman. Like, everybody wants to be, hey, I got it all. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I don't need to be in the spotlight. I don't need to shine.
Yeah. And it's like you claim to be a community, but you're not contributing. We
correct.
Friends. I'm claiming to be your friend, but I'm not contributing to what you got going on.
Exactly.
You need more support from outsiders than you do your own friends and family, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact, and it's the same thing with in the community for as hair stores.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go over there and spend our money at the Asian hair stores, but we won't go to a Black-owned hair store whatsoever. They price is too high. They this, they that. And why not? You taking money out your community.
Correct.
So I claim to be community. I claim to not want nobody to come in and take over my community, but I'm not contributing to my community. But when something happened, then I have this selective outrage. Look at them, what they did to us. Look at what they took. But I didn't even pour anything into my community I shouldn't even be mad.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even be mad.
Yeah, I think it's not enough. It's not enough education out there for our community to help them understand the importance of pouring into the community.
But who's supposed to educate them?
That's the thing. Nobody steps up. Nobody speaks out. I feel like we have no voice. At one point we had voices in the community at all times. It don't matter what side of the town you was on. You had a voice in the community that was educating, that was enlightening our people. It's like people are afraid to step up and be that voice. Like, everybody can be the voice, but you have to be educated enough to be the voice. And you don't have to have no degrees in order to be a voice in the community. You know, you had people's aunties and uncles that was voices in the community. You had people's mothers and fathers that was voices in the community. We didn't always have to rely on the pastor at church or the deacon at church. You know, we didn't always have to rely on an activist or anything like that. Everybody played their part within the community to ensure that the community was growing, to ensure that the community was protected, you know. But it's like we don't have that. Like I think I've said on the show once before, everybody has the mentality, you know, every man for themselves. I'ma do me, you do you. That's not how it's supposed to be.
And it's like that. I think and this is kind of like a gray area for me. And anybody know me know I operate in black and white. I don't like the gray area. But how can I continuously support you if you're not supporting me in what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? And then now it makes you stray away because why am I keep on pouring into, like I just said, you have a community, but you don't want to contribute to that community. So if I'm giving to that community of friends, family, or whatever, and then they're not being receptive and taking what I'm giving them and using it for added value to either their life or somebody else's life, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? But then it's kind of like it's a double standard because now if something happened in that community, now I want to go over there and raise up a whole bunch of signs and say, I can't believe this happened. But this happened because, like you said, it's not enough voices in the community. So is selective outrage a good or a bad thing, like you said? So what is it to you? Is it a good or a bad thing?
I guess it depends on which aspect we're talking on. Like we was talking on earlier, you know, calling somebody out on their BS, telling somebody they're right and they're wrong, but then turn around and turn away from somebody else's BS. You know, in that aspect, yes, of course, it's wrong. If you choose to not speak on something, I don't think it's nothing wrong with that because a lot of people are like, hey, I'm gonna mind my business. I ain't even gonna get into that. I don't necessarily think it's anything wrong with it, but if it's somebody that you say you love, somebody that you say you care about, and you remain silent about something that you should bring to their attention, in that aspect, I think it's wrong.
Okay, so are you saying that basically you should mind your own business if you see somebody that's doing something that's wrong, or you say it depends on the circumstance? Because now, you know what I'm saying, back in the hood, you can't even go to these little young boys and tell them, look, break up.
Listen, I'm not finna go to 7-Eleven and go in there.
On what street?
It don't matter what street. I don't care. You know, all the 7-Elevens gonna be in the hood anyway. Listen, I'm not gonna go to no 7-Eleven and there's some YNs in there robbing the store, and I'm finna go in there and play actors. Not gonna do it. Not gonna. That's that shit you see on the movies. Listen here, young man. This ain't the way to go. You're gonna end up dead, or you're gonna end up in prison. I'm telling you, listen to me. Put that gun down, young man. I'm finna get back in my truck and go down the street to the other 7-Eleven, and then get on back to the house and turn on the news. What I'm finna preach to them about? They mind made up.
Hold on, so would that be selective outrage when you like, man, that's some bullshit? They done went up in there and robbed that stove.
That is gonna be my selective outrage, if that's what you want to call it. And it ain't even gotta be no YN. It's just some things you just gotta get the hell on down. It ain't even got nothing to do with you minding your own business. You thinking about your safety and you thinking about what you need to do to make it back to the house. But listen,
you know what? I feel that because a lot of times I'm gonna say a lot of times, some people that grew up.
It's a lot of innocent bystanders. It's a lot of innocent bystanders that's dead. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. So some people, the way we grew up, You know, sometimes we want to keep it real, but sometimes real may go wrong. So you have to really think about how real am I gonna keep it today? Because a lot of ignorant stuff that you used to do is not keeping it real no more. You know what I'm saying? Because
it was never keeping it real.
It was keeping it real back in the days. Don't play.
No, that shit was keeping it ignorant. When I think about half the stuff that I used to do as a juvenile, I sit up and honestly, and people might not agree with this, I should have been dead. Somebody should have killed me for half the just ignorant things that we did as kids, as juveniles, as adolescents, out of just pure ignorance. But like you say, it was real. I'm a real person because I did this. I'm stomped down. I'm hard. I'm this.
And I'm standing on business.
All right, keep standing on business.
but look, that's gonna bring me right into the next comment I have about selective outrage. Like you said, that a lot of stuff that you did when you were younger and when you was a juvenile, like you should not have been doing that.
Right.
So why we mad? This for anybody. Like, subscribe, share, Bold and Driven EP. Follow us. Why we mad when I only say it's a YN, even though it's sentencing disparities, but that's another topic for another day. So why we mad when Lil Ronnie get 150 years and Lil Ronnie went down there and robbed them people's stores and shot them people up?
Free Lil Ronnie.
Why are we freeing Lil Ronnie?
Free. Now, do what they say. Free Lil Ronnie till it's backwards.
What that mean?
Free Lil Ronnie till it's backwards. Ronnie is free. Now, Ronnie need to do that 150.
Yeah, because is that selective outrage?
Yeah, for
sure. You know what I'm saying?
Is
that selective outrage? Like if you did wrong, you know, I don't agree with a lot of the sentencing guidelines that they have, especially when you actually really do the research behind the sentencing guidelines and how it is not if it was equal across the board, I wouldn't care. I'll tell you that right now.
But it's not.
It's not. I worked in parole and I looked at people and I'm like, this person got this much time and this person got this much time. They did the same thing, but because of their race, it's different. But you know, the Supreme Court shot that down. So we'll talk about that at another time. The Supreme Court said that you can't really prove it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was Wren versus whoever. But selective outrage, when we see that one of somebody in our community has committed a crime, and I'm going to use Arkansas for example, because that's where I'm from.
Okay. Arkansas or Arkansas?
Arkansas, because Arkansas came before Kansas.
Okay.
And then actually in the Constitution of Arkansas, it tells you how to pronounce it. Look it up whenever y'all get a chance.
It's not pronounced Arkansas like they say.
No, it's actually written in there on how to actually pronounce it. The actual pronunciation of it. So but there, when I was living there for that brief time, when I came back home, Sarah was campaigning y'all governor down there because I don't live there no more. And she said, if you do this, one thing, I'm going to give you times 10 of this. That's what she said now.
She made them well aware of her intentions.
And effective 1 January, was it 2025? Or 2020? It was 2024 or 2024.
Probably 24. I can't remember.
2024. Effective 1 January, these are the sentencing guidelines if you do X, Y, and Z. Now we have selective outrage because we're mad because people are getting sentenced under those guidelines. Yes, granted, some people don't have enough for attorney. Some people may be innocent, probably didn't do it.
Yeah.
We got that. I ain't got enough money to defend everybody. all I can say is write the Innocent Project, and hopefully they can come and free you. You know, I'm being for real. You laughing, but I'm being straight up for real.
No, I'm laughing because it's crazy. Because throughout her entire campaign, she preached about being hard on criminals. She let it be known that, hey, if I get in office, this is what's going to happen when it comes to crime.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Ain't no sense of getting mad about it. She didn't sit there and tell us throughout her whole campaign that, hey, we're going to come up with different options other than placing people in jail. We're going to come up with different rehabilitative systems, this, that, and the other. And then when she got in office, she turned around and said, no, fuck that. Lock them up, throw away the key. That didn't happen. She preached this her entire time. Yeah. I'm not a politician. I don't care too much about politics because to me, they is just a bunch of
hogwash.
Can I say what I want to say?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullshit. It's politics is just a bunch of bullshit. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not. You call me when it's helpful for everybody at all times, and then I'll follow politics like crazy. But you can't get mad when she did what she said she was gonna do. Ain't no sense of getting mad about that. Yeah. Is she always right in everything she do? Who knows? Probably not.
Always right. However, if I know, and we're talking about a reasonable person, I'm not talking about with somebody that have intellectual disabilities that probably don't understand.
Yeah.
You just doing stuff because you don't understand the full consequences of your actions. And we're talking about the people that really don't understand, not the fake people.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, we can't have selective outrage when stuff like that happens.
Nah.
If I'm gonna be morally correct, I need to be morally correct. But that goes back to you saying that it's not enough activists or anything in the communities anymore to curb some of this behavior, or I don't know, because a lot of people who have kids that my kids, not a lot. I'm not gonna say a lot because I don't know what a lot is. If you grew up around me and we all had kids around the same age, them women that live in the hood rats. They not teaching their kids anything, and then when something happened at the school, they go up there with that selective ass outrage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not teaching them anything at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, be an advocate for your kid if they doing right. But you go up there with this selective, you loud for the crowd, and your kid wrong as hell.
Yeah, and we also have selective outrage when it comes to race. When it comes to race, a lot of our people in our community will have selective outrage towards another race outside of us before they do their own people. No, call your own people out on their bullshit. Call the other races out on their bullshit. Yeah. But a lot of people are just so stuck on having so much hate and bitterness towards other races. For blacks, preferably white, let's just be honest. A lot of black people will call white people out on their bullshit before they call their own people out on it. Yeah. To me, that's not right. And I don't have a hate bone in my body. Now, if I see that you are a racist individual, then I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not going to hate you. I'm just not going to deal with you. I ain't got nothing for you. I don't hate white people. I don't hate black people. I don't hate no race. But if any point I feel that you hate me because of my race, then, we have no dealings with each other at all. Yeah. On any type of level. I'm gonna love you from a distance. I ain't going to hell for you.
I ain't gonna love you from a distance because I ain't got nothing to give you to love you from a distance. But you're sure right about that. We don't, and I'm gonna say either race, do not call these people out on bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like now am I really standing on my morals and principles? Because they kind of really tell what type of person that you are. That means you'll go along just to get along. Look, I always say stand for something or fall for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stand for something, kick me out the group, tell me I ain't participate in the oboe, tell me I can't come no more, because I'm not just gonna stand for no anything or whatever. But I also feel like that can backfire on the people that are genuine about whatever they're standing on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was a book that I read probably like in 2015 or something. It was called Allure of a Toxic Leader. Mm-hmm. And it was basically, to sum it up, it was basically saying, like, if you have a strong voice, people will utilize you to be the mouthpiece, and then when shit happen, they go back and hide because they ain't got, they name ain't nowhere in it. They come and tell you something, but since you stand on principles and stuff, you'll run your ass over there and get somebody straight, and then when it comes back, it'll backfire on you because we don't know the whole story. We done ran over there with our selective outrage. All Spoon told me that you did this to him, and this ain't right. You sent, for instance, work. You sent him home, and he didn't have his 40 hours that week. Spoon was drunk at the job.
That's why his ass got sent home.
Spoon got sent home. Spoon was drunk at the job.
Yeah, keep taking up for a motherfucker. You don't even know the whole story.
You don't even know the whole story. So sometimes selective outrage, you do before you go with that outrage. You do selective.
Tell me that ain't happened at a warehouse before near you, where somebody gets sent home, and because the white man sent the black man home, it's a racial issue. But they don't even know the goddamn story.
Dude didn't even have on his heart. He didn't even have on the right shoes.
No, he didn't slap Alex back there in the rows and thought he got away with it, but it was a damn camera pointing at him. Now the whole warehouse talking about some, man, that's some fucked up shit. John didn't send bro home like that, man. He been picking on bro, man, for nothing, man. He didn't slap the shit out of Alex back there. Alex's face red the motherfucker. Quit taking up for a motherfucker. You don't even know what the story is.
I guess we can agree on this. Like, sometimes you gotta hold up on your selective outrage because you be done put your foot in your mouth and then you wrong as hell. And them people, and look, and then you done went up there, you done stuck your chest out. You fired, and they only got suspended for a day because you up there talking for
listen. And then when the truth come out, this is all they got to say, man. Still with some bullshit. I don't care. It still with some bullshit. Cause you got a problem. Cause you got a problem with the person that sent him home. It's some bullshit. Like that's some selective bullshit. You so
it ain't selective outrage.
That's some selective bullshit. You just got a problem with. Just say that I got a problem with Lieutenant John, because Lieutenant John, I don't like Lieutenant. Just say you got a problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the story. First of all, get the entire story.
But you'll never get the entire story unless you were standing right there and you was the fly on the wall. But then, depending on the receiver, my interpretation might be a little different.
Everybody's interpretation is gonna be different. I remember in 4th, 5th grade, I remember the teacher had us all in a line, like a single file line. Told the person at the back of the line something in their ear, and they had to pass it all the way up. It was like 10, 12 people. And by the time it went from the person she told to the very last person, it was an entirely different thing because everybody is going to perceive and understand everything different. Yeah. All it takes is for me to change up one word from what the person behind me said, and I relay that to the person in front of me, by the time it gets to the front, it's not going to be shit that the teacher said. It's not that the teacher said that it is sunny outside and warm. By the time they get up to that first person, guess what they probably said?
Well, I don't want to know.
Man, it's hot in the motherfucker out here. But no, that ain't what the teacher said. But I do remember a scenario like that.
But you know, they do those now in a lot of team buildings, you know, at the jobs and stuff. They do a lot of those. And it's still, even in adult situations, it be some other stuff. That's why
everybody,
don't bring me no secondhand information.
Call a meeting and tell everybody at one time. Don't email me or call me and tell me to relay this to the team. I'm
gonna mess it up. I'm saying, bro said,
put everybody on Zoom at one time.
But you know what? What happened to the three-way call when somebody call and tell you some shit? Well, I don't know if y'all did that but when we was younger, you don't get caught up in no three-way line. Because you say something and then you thinking you telling something the other person on there, and then all of a sudden you hear them. You know what I'm saying?
Three-way calls is to catch a motherfucker up nowadays. That's what three-way call for. Hey, I'm finna call. You think I'm live? Bro, I'm finna call them right now. Put your phone on mute. That what they use three-way call for nowadays.
But you know what? It's so real and it's so relevant to what goes on in today's society, today's just everyday stuff.
Yeah.
Selective outrage. It show up when it's time to be viral. You know, when you think you got a viral moment, now you got this selective outrage.
Yeah.
You know, when the light dims, then you go back in the house. You know, it's kind of like we gotta pick a side and stay on it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna even really say that because that's really like a hard bargain to actually follow because things happen and situations change. So I may have to go over on this side because this situation changed over here. But you gotta stand. You gotta stand for something. You know, you selling your soul for money. You selling your soul for likes and views. You selling your soul for all different types of things that's not gonna make you happy. Because once you washed up on social media, at the job, in your family, in your relationship, you washed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it pays to be yourself.
Yeah. For sure. That's one thing I can agree with. And I can speak on that from experience because I felt like when I was younger, I always imitated others. I always wanted to be like others. And that's because I didn't have any self-identity. I didn't know who I was, you know. And so
that's hard. Is that hard for you to say now that like, hey, I didn't have any self-identity?
No, you couldn't. I probably could not have admitted that when I was younger. But, you know, as an adult, like when you don't know who you are, you portray an image that isn't you, whether it be crime, whether it be anything, you know, of course, anything that's negative and not positive. You know, when you don't have any self-identity, you don't know who you are as an individual, you try to fit in. You try to become things that aren't you, and you wonder why you're always uncomfortable, why it's always rocky, because you're not you. But once I learned that I myself was something that was different, you know, I'm peculiar in my own way. Once I learned that, you know, during the course of my life, then I became me all over again. And now you can't get me to want to be somebody else. I don't want to be nobody else. But I believe we all experienced it, you know, when we were younger. We wanted to be the basketball player. We wanted to be the lawyer, the doctor. We wanted to be this. We wanted to be that. but you just have to grow into who you are as a person, what makes you comfortable, what brings you peace, what gets you the best of life. And I believe that's just you, your personality, as an individual. Be yourself. So if I had to tell anybody anything today, just be yourself. Be yourself, be honest, be truthful, have integrity, speak the truth at all times, be a voice, be an example. So
yeah. So, you summed it up because I was gonna say you got in the last minute word, but we are gonna be back here. Look, we got shit coming. We talked to Big Arkansas the other day.
Big Arkansas.
Y'all gotta follow us.
I gotta take a sip on that one.
Look, and he is gonna be coming on here. Look, it might be we might do another series with him. These fools is gonna be on here too. I'm gonna let him take the reign for that one. I'm gonna kind of spearhead it, but y'all gotta continue to follow us because we doing a lot of great things. I want y'all to go over and follow TMI, Mr. TMI on social media. We have Laughomania 3 coming up. So we want y'all to get out, buy your tickets. They on sale. You will see them because I'm going to be posting them on my page soon. Get out if you're in the area. Come out here and support where you can. And don't buy no tickets, right? And don't come. We need people in the seat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make no sense. If you ain't coming, don't buy a ticket. If you want to donate the ticket to get somebody else to come in your place, please do that.
Mm-hmm.
Please do that. But we're going to be doing a lot of different stuff throughout as this weather changes here because 1 minute is cold, 1 minute is hot. We was doing the midnight mirror, but by popular demand, we need to bring it on over a little earlier because folks, they were asleep.
We was almost asleep too. Just be honest. We was in the struggle too.
I was up because Thursday is my Friday.
We was sitting on the show. I was.
Look, that's what you were doing.
Yeah, I was doing that. I don't know if they was catching me on camera now.
You used to be real tired at the midnight mirror.
Listen, Linda. The midnight mirror was kicking my butt. I was like, whoa. Then I was thinking about how early I had to get up in the morning. I was like, we had to move the midnight mirror to the supper mirror. That time right after supper or something. Shit. The breakfast mirror, the supper mirror or something. The midnight wasn't ooh, listen.
The midnight wasn't doing it.
Yeah, I'm glad you changed up. I appreciate that. God bless you.
Look. But we're gonna be back here next weekend. Not weekend. Next week. If we're not here next week, because maybe my grandbaby will be here soon. Cause she's still cooking. She taking her time.
Congratulations on your grandmotherhood to come.
Yep, and call me grandma. Don't give me no nickname. Cause I'm gonna be tapping legs and pinching kids. And giving them the hard butterscotch candy at the church.
They can't call you Gigi.
I probably settle for that. But you can't call me Big Mama because typically Big Mama have 5 or more children.
Yeah. Ain't no more. It's Big Mama. You can't be no Big Mama nowadays. Ain't no real Big Mamas left. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm sorry. Anybody that call their grandma. Now let me not say that because you probably still got some grandmothers that people call Big Mama that still living. But I'm talking about they 70s, 80s. They in their 70s and 80s and 90s. Ain't no 50-year-old or 60-year-old Big Mamas today to me. I'm just saying the real Big Mamas.
Are you gonna tell my age?
Huh?
Are you gonna tell my age?
Am I gonna tell your age?
You talking like ain't no 50 or 60-year-old Big Mama.
No, not the real deal Big Mama. I'm talking about them Big Mamas that just wake up every morning and cook like all her grandkids coming over there every day. The real Big Mamas. The real big mamas. That's got all her grandkids at the house when they babies, because she didn't believe in sending none of her grandkids to no daycare center. She was the daycare center. Yeah, them the real big mamas. Yeah, bring them kids over here.
Oh, yeah. Mark me out. How much is daycare? Do you need a little help over there?
You ain't gonna be a big mama. See, you got to see.
My kids went to daycare because I work. And I think they learned a lot of social skills. They probably was kind of mad because they had to get up real early in the morning. But
Yeah.
you know, they went to daycare because you know I had to work. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't born rich, so I had to get up and go to work, and that was just how it was. And I'm sorry, kids, that y'all feel like that y'all should have stayed at home with me. But you weren't born with no silver spoon, so I had to get out and get it.
Yeah.
And that's that. Like, subscribe, share. Bold and Driven EP. Follow me at Authentic Ears. We're going to be back here next week. We're going to be talking about, I don't even know what we're going to be talking about. What you think we should be talking about? Outrage, you know.
We're gonna figure it out between now and then, here and there. We're gonna figure it out.
We need to figure it out soon because we're going to be posting. But y'all got to follow our promos because Big Arkansas, he's going to be on there. I'm about to go on and just drop a little promo for him real quick.
The man right here. Hey, I can't wait. I'm gonna be laughing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be laughing.
You can't be laughing.
Talking shit. I'll be laughing, talking shit. But listen. Loud for the crowd, silent for the truth. That particular topic in itself is the absolute opposite of what Big Arkansas is on. Big Arkansas is gonna speak the truth. That's one thing I can say. It's gonna hurt some people, but that's what we need in today's society. Yeah. We need people that's just gonna speak the truth. Just keep it real, keep it 100. If you can't embrace my truth, that is actually the truth, then keep away from it. That's all I ask. Just keep away from it. You ain't got to deal with it.
Yeah.
But that don't mean I'm gonna be quiet and be silent.
Yeah.
So
and you know, it's kind of like what you do after that. Loud for the crowd, silent for the truth. Don't let that food be you. Don't just go out here and showboat so you can get somebody to look at you. You know them girls, like they wasn't really ugly, but they wasn't easy on the eye. And then somebody will crack a joke and then they laugh real loud so everybody can turn around and look at them. Don't be that person.
Right.
It wasn't cute then and it ain't cute now. But hey, we finna go on and get up out of here. Follow us. Tune back in next week. We're gonna be here on Bold and Driven platform. If you're looking for a place that you want to do your podcast at, DM me so I can get you in contact with the right people. You know, if you need help setting up your platform, DM me so I can get you in contact with the right people. If you got a voice and you want it to be heard, DM me so I can let you know. Because Bold and Driven, we doing some great things. And you could be anywhere. You could be in Arkansas. You could be in Nebraska. You could be anywhere. And you could stream on this platform and develop your craft so that you could be better. Hey, we are out of here. We will see y'all next week. Peace.